This time, let's talk about the process on how to become a jail officer in the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. By the way, BJMP, or the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, is one of the 5 pillars of the criminal justice system, wherein it was created to address the growing concern of jail management and penology problem. Primarily, the client of a BJMP are detainees accused before a court who are temporarily confined in such jails while undergoing investigation, waiting final judgment, and those who are serving sentence of imprisonment promulgated by the court by 3 years and below. As provided for under Republic Act number 6975, the Jail Bureau is mandated to take operational and administrative control over all city, district, and municipal jails. Now, we have learned already the overview about BJMP. Additional information that the basic salary of Jail Officer 1 is 29,668. Now, let's go to the process of application to become a Jail Officer 1. The very first is the preliminary interview and assessment. That is the step 1. Before you will go to the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management, DPRM, or Personal Records Management Division of your nearest BJMP regional office, we should need to compile first our folders, our application folder. I am suggesting that you should have at least 2 folders with you, the BJMP copy and the personal copy. So in my case, I have made at least 2 folders, one for my personal copy and the other one is for the BJMP copy. For your BJMP copy, you should have with you your table of content. These are the list. As you can see here below, it is lettered from A to K. So first, your personal data sheet. If you're wondering where to get the personal data sheet, you can only download, click the link, the color blue here, this one, the personal data sheet, and it will allow you to go and download the Civil Service Form number 21 to the revised 2017. Next, photocopy of birth certificate issued by NSO or PSA. Then the authenticated copy of college diploma. I am suggesting that you should authenticate at least 5 copies of your college diploma and your transcript of records for your future purposes. Next is the authenticated certificate of eligibility or board of rating with PRC ID. Here, at least one copy, it's enough already, because authentication in the PRC, it amounts to 75 pesos. But if you want to have at least 3 copies, you should have. In my case, I have requested at least 3 copies of authenticated board of rating. Next, photocopy of marriage certificate from PSA or NSO if you are married already. Photocopy of NBI clearance. The NBI clearance, upon receiving the original copy, have it photocopy at least 5 copies and have it in the NBI certified as true copy. They are allowing it to have it as certification. Next, it's the photocopy of police clearance. This police clearance does not need anymore to be certified as true copy, because the photocopy itself serves already as an authentication. Photocopy of barangay clearance, have it also to be certified in your barangay hall, the barangay hall. Photocopies of court clearances, fiscal clearance, municipal trial court clearance, regional trial court clearance. The same thing also that you will be doing in the NBI clearance, have these court clearances be photocopied at least 5 sets and have it certified as true copy in the in each clerk of court, in the clerk of court who issued the original copy. Next, photocopy of NCIP, the National Commission of Indigenous People, and the National Commission of Muslim certificate. If necessary, you will be needing this one if you are availing the waiver. If you are under height, if you did not meet the 5'2" for male and 5 flat for female, under height, so therefore have it height waiver. And also if you are over age, if you are more than 30 years old, have an age waiver. Photocopies of certificates of the previous and present employment. Yes, that is also being used as base for deliberation. Photocopies of certificates of trainings and seminars completed. Yes, that's very important as an additional point. And valid community tax certificate. Now, going back to this duly accomplished personal data sheet, you should accomplish it handwritten, at least 3 sets. After the table of content, have tab it by letters. Tab it from letter A to letter K. Okay, so here I have placed a paper to separate it. So your personal data sheet must be in 3 sets. And it must be in handwritten, or either use color black or color blue pen. But I prepared you to use at least the color black pen. Color black ball pen, handwritten, at least 3 sets. And at the back of it, on the 4th page of the PDS, you must attach already with you your picture must be in white background. You should be in white shirt and name tag, handwritten name and signature over it. Okay, do not forget that, and have it notarized to a notary public. If you will be asking me if we can avail the POW, yes, we can avail the service of POW when it comes to notarizing. Next, it's free of charge when it comes with POW. It's free of charge. Now, we submitted it already. Where to submit this application folder? We must submit it to the DPRM, to the Directorate for Personal Records Management, and in my case, I have submitted it to the nearest city jail, because the regional office is very far. It's very inconvenient for me to go to, because it will take me 8 hours only. Take hours for travel just only to submit this folder. So I just only submit it, request it to the city jail that if they can receive it. Yes, they have. And as I have said, that you should prepare at least 2 folders, one BJMP copy and the other one is your personal copy. With respect to your personal copy, you should have it as received. So this is my personal copy. I have allowed it to be received. Stamp it as received. So in case of loss in the possession, in case the folder was lost in the possession, you have a personal copy testifying that you have already submitted your application. Next, your community tax certificate, it must be latest. If you will be applying this October 2023, so your community tax certificate or cedula must be dated this year, 2023. Now, if you have already submitted, wait for the schedule for the initial medical evaluation. During this step, it is being conducted by National Health Service Unit or the Regional Health Service Unit. It is only to check physical examination. It's to check the physical examination. In our case, hepatitis B was needed already during the general medical examination. But here, we were checked for visual, if there is visual defect. The personnel used the SHARA to check colors, the numbers there, the written letters, the SHARA. You can search it in the Google SHARA. So to determine if there is any visual defect, hearing loss or impairment, gross deformities of nasal and oropharyngeal cavities. No other deformities which may affect speech and mastication or deglutition. no gross skeletal deformity that will limit joint movements. Scoliosis is also a hinder. And then no dermatological diseases that are communicable. So as of now, if you have it, cure it, let it be cured already. No skin tattoos, soft tissue, and glandular masses. Yes, those tattoos. I have a friend. I know a friend who was also applied. He has tattoos in his chest, so he allowed it to be erased. It became a burnt already. Then no unusual body piercing. So it's very important if you're still very young. Do not allow your ears to be pierced. An applicant who passed, take note of this, that applicant will be tested positive and reactive to HB AG. It's a test that they will test it. Only that must initial physical examination shall not be allowed to proceed. Yes, they will just announce it. Then step 3, if we are done already with the initial medical examination, now the entry-level examination. For this step, this is what they called as the entry-level examination, the NLEX. I have made a video presentation on this. You can watch it in my channel. I have given there the reviewer, the tips on how to answer. So this entry-level examination composed of general information, mathematics, basic English and grammar, sentence arrangement, paragraph completion, and essay. Some of these I have made already a reviewer on this. I have made a video presentation. You can watch it in my channel. The passing rate shall be determined by the national based on the total number of applicants who took the NLEX vis-a-vis the number of vacant slots. Failure to obtain the passing rate in the exam shall automatically disqualify the applicant during the current recruitment. In our case, during our time, almost 700 took the exam, but only 300 passed. That's how it's. But take note, if you are a criminologist, you are already exempted from taking this entry-level examination. Now, step 4, the neuropsychiatric evaluation. It composes of 2 parts, written and oral evaluation. In written, you will be allowed to draw a person, draw a house, and a tree. And also we will be answering a Guilford-Zimmerman temperament test. You will be agreeing or disagree with the statement, and also you will also be answering an IQ test. After that written, you are now be evaluated through oral interview by a psychometrician or psychiatrist. So if you will be asking me some tips, you can watch it. You can browse my channel. You can have it there. The neuropsychiatric examination preparation videos. So applicants who fail may retake the exam after 6 months from the time the last of neuropsychiatric exam. Then, if you pass this step 4, you will now be going to step 5. And this step 5, I will be discussing this on my next channel, on my next video presentation, because to have it more tips there.